Welcome to Cold Brew Finance's U.S. End-of-Day Technology Deep Dive for Thursday, August 7th, 2025. Tonight we'll cover market moves in tech, communications, and healthcare indexes, stocks, and ETFs. I'm your host, Ira Roth. Let's dive in. Tech indexes showed strength today, hitting new all-time highs. The Nasdaq 100 and Nasdaq Composite both rose for a second day, with the technology sector gaining 0.41%. However, the communications services sector and healthcare sector declined. Market breadth was mixed across tech indexes. The Nasdaq 100 showed 43 advances versus 57 declines. The broader Nasdaq Composite had more pronounced weakness with 1,337 advances against 1,845 declines. The technology sector similarly showed more declining stocks. Year-to-date returns remain strong for most tech indexes. The technology sector leads with a 14.3% gain, while the Nasdaq 100 and Nasdaq Composite are up 11.3% and 10% respectively. The healthcare sector lags, down 6.4%. Leading tech gainers today were led by Advanced Micro Devices and Enphase Energy, up 5.6% and 5.5% respectively. Paycom Software and Dell Technologies both gained 4.5%, while EPAM Systems rose 4.2%. Year-to-date performance shows Advanced Micro Devices leading with a 42.7% gain. Dell Technologies and Paycom Software are up 16.2% and 13.9%. Despite today's gains, Enphase Energy remains down 53.7% this year. Fortinet led decliners, plunging 22% on heavy volume. CrowdStrike fell 5.9% after breaking down from sideways trading. Gartner dropped 5.7% to new lows, while PTC and Fair Isaac declined over 4%. The week's performance has been particularly harsh for Fortinet, down 22.7%, and Gartner falling 30.1%. CrowdStrike maintains a 24.2% year-to-date gain despite recent weakness. Fair Isaac has declined 33% this year. Technology ETFs showed mixed performance today. The QQQ reached a new all-time high, closing at 569.24. The VanEck Semiconductor ETF led the group with a 1.5% gain, breaking out from 3 days of consolidation. The Triple Q Bull ETF continued its upward momentum while its counterpart, the Triple Q Bear ETF, hit a new all-time low. Looking at weekly returns, the Triple Q Bull ETF has gained 8.2%, significantly outperforming the group. The Semiconductor ETF leads year-to-date with a 20.2% return. Meanwhile, the Triple Q Bear ETF has declined 42.3% this year, reflecting the strong bull market in tech stocks.
Looking at stocks in tech industries, I'm Sally Short. Apple led gainers, rising 3.1% with Meta Platforms, and Microsoft both declining. Alphabet and Amazon showed modest gains with strong positive trends. Week-to-date returns show SkyWater Technology leading with an 8.7% gain. Amazon and Alphabet both up nearly 4%. Microsoft shows weakness, down slightly for the week. Semiconductor stocks surged today. SkyWater Technology soared 44.8%, while Veeco Instruments jumped 15%. Ichor gained 14.4% despite its negative trend. Kulicke and Sofa rose 8.9%. Week-to-date performance shows SkyWater Technology up an impressive 46.4%. Veeco gained 12.2%, while Ichor struggled, down 14% for the week despite today's gains. Cloud computing stocks showed strength today. Fastly surged 14.4%, breaking out of sideways movement. Dell Technologies gained 4.5%, while EPAM Systems rose 4.2% despite its negative trend. In weekly returns, Fastly leads cloud stocks with a 17.3% gain. Dell shows modest strength, up 5.2%, while Hewlett-Packard Enterprise gained nearly 3% after breaking out of sideways movement. In AI and robotics, ASML Holding led gains, rising 3.2% despite its negative trend. Zebra Technologies added 2.4%, while Teradyne gained 1.5% with a strong positive trend. Week to date, ASML and Nasdaq both gained about 2.5%. Zebra Technologies showed weakness, down 5.7%, while Rockwell Automation declined 3.5% amid strong volatility. Leading thematic ETFs in AI and robotics showed mixed performance today. Automation and AI and technology both edged higher with positive trends. Robotics and automation displayed very strong positive momentum despite closing down slightly. On returns analysis, AI and technology leads weekly gains at 2.9%, while robotics has been relatively flat. Year to date, AI and technology tops the group with a 15.7% return. EV stocks rallied today, with Rivian Automotive leading gains, up 3.6% to 12.7. Li Auto and XPeng each rose 1.8%, while NIO marked its second consecutive day of gains. Looking at returns, XPeng stands out with an impressive 66% year-to-date gain and strong weekly performance of 8.7%. BYD has maintained steady progress with a 26% year-to-date return. In quantum computing, Applied Materials led advances, rising 2.8% to 183.15. Summit Hotel Properties continued its upward momentum for a fourth straight day, gaining 2.1%. TE Connectivity showed strength despite minor decline today. Performance metrics show TE Connectivity leading year-to-date returns at nearly 40%. Applied Materials maintains steady growth with a 12.6% year-to-date gain, while Archer Materials has declined 51% this year. Solar stocks surged today, led by Sunrun with a dramatic 32.3% jump. Ascent Solar Technologies gained 7.7%, marking its fourth consecutive positive close. Enphase Energy rose 5.5% despite recent downward trend. Return analysis shows Vivo Power International leading year-to-date performance with a 190% gain. Sunrun's recent surge contributed to a 22% weekly return, while Enphase remains down 54% year-to-date. Among thematic tech ETFs, semiconductor funds led the way. First Trust Nasdaq Semiconductor ETF gained 1.88 to 97.20, while VanEck Semiconductor ETF showed particular strength, breaking upward after 3 days of consolidation, closing at 291.12. ARK FinTech Innovation ETF maintained its very strong upward trend. Return metrics show ARK FinTech Innovation leading the week's performance with a 6.1% gain. VanEck Semiconductor posted the strongest year-to-date return at 20.2%, while iShares Medical Devices recorded more modest gains of 3.9% for the year.
And with that, we wrap up another end-of-day technology deep dive. I'm Ira Roth, along with my AI co-host Sally Short. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. Cold Brew Finance is an experimental project with market reports, written, narrated, and delivered totally by AI, with market data kindly provided by financialmodelingprep.com. Always seek professional financial advice before making any investment decisions. Check into the channel daily for coverage of stocks, crypto, currency, and commodities. Thanks for watching.